Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Okay guys, so let's get started. So now I'm going to cover that next 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, Selenium. So let's get started. So we are going to cover why we use Selenium, what is Selenium, version and suite of tools, how to set up a Selenium and hands-on. So first question is why we use Selenium. So guys, Selenium is one of the open source product and this is basically used for automating a functional testing uh, to avoid the manual testing basically. So manual testing, as we know, is like a very tedious and it's very difficult to test each and every functionality of it. So here we use this tool for functional testing. Now this is open source and free, and because it's developed in Java, so you can run in any platform. And now this is a browser based testing. Yeah, so JMeter was not a browser based testing, is it was happening on the port network port, but this is a browser based testing. And Selenium supports multiple programming languages as well, so that's one of the advantage. So now if you want to compare, and this is a pretty old comparison actually. So if you want to compare Selenium, so here you see compare with HP, QTP, IBM RFT and Test Complete. So basically except that learning curve, which is in coding skills, every other parameter Selenium is leader here. Okay, so yes, Selenium's little bit of extra coding skills you need to use it, but apart from that, everything is great with Selenium. So what is Selenium? So Selenium is an open source tool that can automate almost any web browser and stuff like that. So this will help you to manage the so much of test cases and so much of stress. And Selenium with testing with Selenium made has Selenium has made life so relaxing. So you can automate. Okay. So there are some statistics which you should know. Selenium can only be used to test web application. Yeah, so this is not good for non-web applications. Selenium is fast and easy to use, even with a large set of data, and has guaranteed accuracy. And third thing is Selenium directly runs script on any web browser to automate the web application and test it. Now version and suite of tools. So basically, when we say Selenium, typically it has a suite of multiple tools. One of these tools is ID, Selenium ID. Second tool is Selenium Grid. Third thing is Selenium RC. And fourth thing is Selenium Web Driver. We will learn about what is ID, what is Grid, what is RC, what is Selenium Web Driver and all. But here, this is a evolution of Selenium. So look at this Selenium 1, then 2, and then 3. So Selenium version 1, you had ID separate, Grid separate, and RC separate. Then we got Selenium 2 and WebDriver, it was separate. In the Selenium version 2, We got IDE still separate, grid still separate. WebDriver and RC got merged together and is become a Selenium WebDriver. So now we have only one WebDriver. So overall, with the latest version of Selenium, we have IDE, Grid, and Selenium WebDriver. So these are the version which we have with the Selenium. Okay, so we will understand what is IDE, what is a grid, and what is a WebDriver. Now, guys, Selenium can work with any browser like Google, Mozilla, and Microsoft, Apple browser. So how does it work? So you have your code you use with the Selenium and Selenium libraries. That code, whatever you write, that code with the help of Selenium, they work with the different web driver like IE, Edge, Firefox, and Chrome, and then this driver runs on the different browser. So you have to write a code in Selenium and then you have to run with the help of Selenium. Selenium will send that code to the driver. Driver will use those different browsers and get you the results, whether it's a pass or fail. Very simple. How does it work? It's very simple. So code is important, the one which you have it here. So this is the stuff. So see that Opera and Apple browser, all these browsers are supported. These are the programming language also which is supported for Selenium. So Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, JavaScript, Perl, PHP. So basically you can run the test cases in any of these bindings. Selenium languages bindings are available. So the next question is how to set up Selenium. Simple. Requirement for the Selenium is to any one browser, which you need to have Firefox, Chrome, and then selenium.file client jar file need to be set in your path. That's all. So add the C Selenium or similar path to in Mac or Linux to your path. That's all. So nothing else you have to do. Now this driver you need it apart from the Selenium download. You need a driver. So here you are going to install the driver from the different location. So look at it, 32-bit, 64-bit, the driver from the different places. You won't get at one place. For example, IE driver you get it at a seleniumhq.com.org. Edge driver you get it at Microsoft. Chrome driver you get it at the Google, and Firefox driver you get it at the GitHub. So different driver places you have to get it. Again, you can use a Selenium with Eclipse also. So that way you can make this, because ultimately you're writing the Selenium code in the Eclipse or editor like JetBrains or something like that. So you can use that Eclipse also. So how to download Java? So yeah, you can download the Java. You know that you have a different websites like OpenJDK and Oracle website where you can download and get the Java. So which is required for this minimum 8 point X like that is required and stuff like that. Okay. Any questions, guys, on the Selenium introduction front? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Now, guys, we are going to learn the terminology. So let's get started. So first thing is, what is ID? If you remember in the last session, we have we have seen that Selenium we have a 4 component. Let me show you one more time here. Look at this. Here you have ID, then second one is a grid, and third one is Selenium WebDriver. So right now I'm discussing about the ID. what is Selenium IDE? That is what I'm going to discuss now. So let's get started. So what is Selenium IDE? So guys, Selenium IDE is your plugin. Yeah, IDE is not like a editor, or if you're thinking like integrated development environment or something like that. No, it's not like Eclipse, not like a Visual Studio, not like a JetBrains and so on. It's like a plugin. It's a plugin actually. So IDE is a one plugin, but in which browser this is supported? So Selenium IDE, you can get it in two browser, which I know of. Other browsers I need to check. I have not tried actually. So Firefox and Chrome. Okay, so this is the plugin. So prerequisite is browser, Firefox or Chrome. Download this. So Selenium IDE. Let me show you here. Let's say this is my browser and I go to setting. I go to extension and here you can look at my screen here. This is the ID which is installed also, and enable also is there. Okay, so this is the Selenium ID. Now next one is Firefox. So let's get it. So here add-ons, and here you see this plugin is installed also, add-on extension and enable also. Now let's check it out. This one is Edge IE. I have not used this from a long time. So let's go for extension and search for Selenium. I'm searching for it, Edge Selenium, and here also you have it. Look at this. So Edge I don't use actually, but yeah, it's inbuilt, so you can check it out this one. So you can use any extension, any plugin. Primarily if you use Chrome and Firefox, that will be more, because most of the people use this browser only. So but if you want to write test cases for other browser also, you can do that. So here this is the extension. So what can you do? What can you do with this? So guys, using IDE you can browse any website. You can hear me clearly. Using IDE you can browse any website and use some functionality. Functionality means some login, logout, some assertion work. Assertion means some text is there or not, and stuff like that. See, it's opening up or not, all this stuff like that. You can browse any, basically you do manual testing. Okay, and you do the manual testing once, and then using ID you record that manual testing. So you can do that through extension, and that recording will be converted into the Celanese, that we call it a generate Celanese. In Selenium keyword we call it Celanese. It's a kind of script. You get it. And the Celanese script you can play as many times you want it. That's one thing. And second thing is you can convert that Celanese script to any programming languages also, like JavaScript, Java, or .NET, C++, and also like that, which you can do with the WebDriver. Remember here I said, right? Look at my screen here. See, that's so easy now with the help of ID. See here, look at this. You need to write a code in a different languages. With the help of Selenium, Selenium will send that code to the driver, IE driver, and IE driver will send that executions to those browsers and give you the results. Pass, fail, pass, fail, pass, fail, like that. So this code is important, but before that, this code itself, I'm talking about how can you use ID itself. Okay, how can you use ID itself and record the manual testing, and that manual testing you can record, you can play as many times, and same time you can convert also to the programs. So basically with a little programming also you can do the automation. So are you understanding me what I'm trying to say, guys, all of you? All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the advantage of ID. So guys, Celanese, this Celanese is the one which you generate through manual testing and recording is what? What is Celanese? So basically guys, Celanese tells you, Celanese tells Selenium what to do. So basically Celanese will have a commands. Celanese commands are of three types. Three types. In that command, you will find actions, assessors, and assertions. Okay. So guys, here I will do the manual testing through ID. We'll record the session. That will generate a Celanese, and Celanese will have a three types of commands. One is actions, second one is assessors, and assertions. Assertions, if you remember, is something similar what we have learned in JMeter. Same thing. Assertions means verifying something on that particular page. That's called assertion. Okay. Some content, some response body, response code, those options which were there, right? Something similar. Okay. So here the question is, what is the action? So actions generally manipulate the state of applications, like click this link. So what is action? So if I say I go to the google.com, see here, and here I type something. This is a one action. Okay, this is one action, DevOps school. This is one action. I enter, see, I press enter. This is one action. Okay, this is one action. I click on this one. This is one action. Okay, so these are called actions in Celanese. Okay, have you understood this, guys? So actions generally manipulate the state of application, like click this or select that option, checkbox or radio box or something like that. If an action fail or has an error, the execution of the current test is stopped. The current test is stopped, not next test. That's all. So let's say if I'm not able to click here, let's say if I'm not able to click here, click, this is the one action. If I'm not able to click and get something, that means it get failed. So this is a test get stops. Did you understand that, guys? Actions. What is actions means? Guys, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Next one is assessors. So what is assessors? So guys, assessors basically what happens, examine the state of applications. During the testing, it examine the state of application and store the results in variables. Okay. So let's say you click something. You click something. So I click here. Let's say I click here and I get this page. So whatever the things which you have, let me show you whatever we have. Go to the view source. See here, this is the stuff. OK, so this is the stuff you get it. A lot of it that gets stored at something. This you can inspect the here. Look at this here. You can inspect all this element here. So many elements here. Console. So many things it gets stored. All this thing in the assessors that you can use for the assertions also. So here assessors examine the state of the application and the store the results in the variable such as title. OK, what is a title means? Let me show you the title. This is the page, right? Cancel this. Go to the source. In this page, there's some title. See here. Head, title, meta, link. So they store all these variable, whatever the returns, you get it in the assessors. OK, now third one is assertions. Assertions we tried in the JMeter also, and that is called verify that the state of application is same to what we are expecting. For example, verify whether the title, this is a variable, right? Title is devopsschooler.com or not for this. So if it is a not, then why not? Why is not title is not a DevOps school? So all this thing which we have in a assertions. OK, so guys, these are the three things together. We call it Celanese. And you know Celanese when we get it, when you do the manual testing using ID and record the session. Did you understand that, guys? Now all of you?
Yes.
OK, now guys, this is the example. Look at it. So here command, target, value. These all are actions actually. See here. Here what we have: open, target some website, click and wait, where, link which is named with about. And then after that, so first you open the website here, first step. After that website, you have to go and click on the about link. After that, you go to the page, you have to go to the one header which is linked with the CSS. This is a, and then after that, this next page you go and link, click on the some link which is with hacking with blah 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 and stuff like that. So this is a command, target, value. So this is assessors, example of assessors. OK, all these are action. Open is action, click and wait is action, and stuff like that. Look at this. These are the so many actions we have. Not very difficult to understand because you've been browsing the website from last so many years. So you can understand what is a click, what is a click and hold, what is a context click, what is a double click. Many actions you see here, all these actions which is provided by Selenium. OK, move to element, key up, move by offset, release the cursor, all this thing you have a different actions. OK, now next one is assert. You have to understand the assert in detail. Assertions. OK, so Selenium assertions can be also a three type. So assertions also has a three type. OK, that one is asserts, second one is a verify, and third one is wait for. Assertion is also three type. One is assert, second one is verify, third one is wait for. So now the question is, what is the assert? Assertion, assert, what is assert? So when you use the assert, when an assert fails, understand that using assertions you validate something, right? So what happens when assert fails? And in assertions, when you use the assertion type, which is assert, so when assert fails, the test is aborted. Test is aborted. That is what it happens. But when you use a verify assertions, then when verify fails, test will continue executing but log the failures, which is pass or which is fail. And whereas the third assertion is wait for commands wait for the some condition to become true. So it's very simple. If you want to abort, use assert assertion type. If you want to continue and log it, verify. And then if you want to wait for it to become something to become true and then again start the testing, then wait for it. Typically, most of the time use the verify, sometime assert. OK, so this is the assertions type. Now here, if you look at this here, using hard assertions in a driver using test ng. Now, which are the assertion? Assert equal, assert not equal, assert true, assert false, assert null, assert not null. So this is the first type which they are using, assert first. OK. So now we have to understand some of the other concept. So before that, I will show you the demo and then WebDriver. So guys, first thing I have discussed, and that is about what is a Selenium IDE. I hope it is clear. And then second topic will be grid and third will be second topic will be driver, third will be grid. So in short, Selenium IDE is a basically plugin, okay, which you can record, browser plugin, which you can record of manual testing, store it in a Celanese, and you can run it. And same Celanese you can convert into the code for the what to say different thing. So different programming languages for the run with a WebDriver. So guys, is that clear for everyone? Any questions? Any doubts? Guys? Guys, no. Are you there? Okay, yeah. So yeah, tell me. Hello?
Yeah, we don't.
Okay, so guys, I'm going to show you the demo now.
Yeah, you can go.
Hello? Sir, I'm not able to hear you. Hello?
You can go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So guys, I'm going to show you the demo from scratch now. So first thing, step number one, you have to do the same thing, guys. So you have to see the demo very carefully. So here I'm working with the Selenium IDE. Okay. So step number one, I will write, okay, install extension in any browser. Preferably, I'm going to show you the with Firefox. Okay, Firefox, the demo which I use a lot, and Chrome. So you can use Firefox or Chrome. Both are okay, but use only one right now. That should be enough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I am going to open add-ons, click on the Selenium, extension, and here search for Selenium. So first thing, screenshot I'll share with you.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
First, add-ons manager, add-ons, go to the extension. From here, search Selenium, which is here. Okay, done. So this is the '74. Okay, after that, you get this one. Okay. See here. This is the one. Okay, guys, here you have more IDs for the different requirements. So right now you're not getting in. I'm not teaching you complete stack of automation testing, but you can use many other things also. And many extensions are useful. Right now it's not, we need only this one. Click on it and add it to Firefox. So add it to Firefox. Edit. Done, guys. It says added. Done. So guys, after that, you see here, you see this one. You'll have to click here. Okay. '77. Here. I click here. Now guys, after this, you'll get this window. Okay. Now here, if you want to record a new test in a new project or open an existing project, create a new project or close this one. So I'll go for create a new project. This is the one. Okay. So 78 here. Create a new project. Done. Project name is DevOpsSchool.com. Here. '79. And after that, click OK. And guys, this is your window. Some of the things which you have to understand here in this window, which is here. You have to click here. You have to see here. You have to see this recording button. Okay, I have to take one more time. So you have to see here one place. You have to see this plus also. Okay, you have to see the recording button. You have to see pause button. You have to see save button. Okay, and you have to see play button. You have to see play all button. All this thing, command, target, value, and rename it, name it, this one here. So get comfortable with it. Okay, 80. Let me explain it each and everything. So here you have a test suites. This is the default test suite. Can you create a more test suite? The test suites, let's say Kotocus.com. This is a test suite for complete. Here, this is a, I will rename this default DevOps school.com. Rename. Okay. So right now I created a two test suite. Inside that I will create a test. So what test you will create? So this test I'll go to rename login test. Here one more, here test registration home page. All this thing test, you will write it. So right now here you have a test suite. Look at this very carefully. Here you have a test suite 1, 2. Okay, and here you can add as many you wanted. Okay, so here like this. So this I'm telling you how to plan your project at T1. After this, here you have a project, you selected this one devopsschool.com and click on the tests. So it's a devopsschool.com, but if you want to change that Kotocus.com, so here add a test. Here Kotocus, all this test you can add it to Kotocus.com. So right now there's no added test here. Login test is here. Okay, so right now you add this test to project DevOps School. Open up a project. So I have not saved it. That's the problem. Yeah, let's save it now. Side, this is the one. Okay, here add a test. Here also you can do that. This test I added. Here it is. Okay, so this test I added here. This test you have it here. So now you can run each test's cases and then get working here. Did you understand that, all of you guys, so far? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the little bit of management of creating your suite. So here project 1. And stuff like that. 82. Now what I'm doing right now, I'm doing the real test. So I'll just do one thing. I'll delete this one. Okay. Delete it. Now save it. I have only DevOps School project which I am having login test. I'll delete this one also. I'm logging, creating a test. This is a home page access and select. Okay. So why it's not coming? I added. Okay. So let's go to the test home page. Okay, so let's create a home page test. Right now I'm doing it. So guys, look at my screen very carefully. I'm doing it, and this is a more or less observation actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with home test. So first of all, project is set, start the recording. Now start this recording for which website? So this website, look at it very carefully. Okay, and you see here, open up this website in the right window. Look at this here. So that is the recording is in done. See, recording is in progress. So I open up this website. So what do you want to do? So if you right click here, is here, you see here Selenium ID, and you can see so many information here. Asset. What asset? You understand the asset. Verify. Wait for. In fact, in this edition, story is also there, and mouse over. So these are the things which you can do that. What do you want to do? So from here, what I want to do is I want to do go to click here and click on the events. Okay, see here, look at the command target. See here. So I click on the event. And after this, let it get loaded. It's taking time. I don't know why is so slow. Now what I want to do is I want to click here. Let it get loaded. OK, I click on that. And here I want to validate something. So if this page has a classroom, that test is passed. So here assert or verify or assert. What is this? What do you want to do? Assert text you want to do, title you want to do, some value you want to do, some selected value, selected label, editable check. Many things are there. Text. What is this? Text. So here you have to understand that text which is here. OK, I think I selected something else. No problem. I'm going to change this classroom. OK, here manually also change. And guys, this is a testing only. Stop. OK, now guys, this test is ready. I'll save it. OK, I'll just save it. Now what you want to do, see here. You want to open up a devoschool.com with this size. Click on this event nav bar and check that in the CSS top 3 you have a classroom or not. OK, let's check it out. I need to check the target CSS is equal to dot top 3 or whether it's there or not. I'm doubting, but still I'll just run it because I had clicked on something else, by the way, by that moment. Let's do this. See here, open up the devoschool.com. Now open up the event. See here. Now assert events they are checking and assert classroom. Now done. So this test is passed. Let me check. Let me see here. This got failed. So here, let's understand this. See here, opening here in the log, okay, Windows okay, this is okay, event opening okay, but assertion got failed. Why? Because this was a problem. This was a problem. Target. They were looking for the text classroom in the element which is called CSS is equal to top 3, which was not in this my case. This was I want to inspect this element where this classroom is there. So locate that. So I am thinking this should be here in the this should be there in the I think H2, H3 both are. Let me open up in the new URL. That will be better because I need a larger one. Okay, so here I'll inspect this. So classroom is there in the H2. It is there in H2. H2 only. Okay, it's H2 only. See here. H2. So let's try this H2 here. Let me try this. I will clean this. Still, okay, what we can do, delete this. This is also, we can create a new one. So I'm running one more time here. So far so good. Events got open. Yeah. After this, what I want to do, manually, I want to add the assertions. So let me use these assertions. Why my browser is so let's go to the source code. That's easier for me. And what is the title? Contains DevOps or not? This is the easier for me. So go for it. Command, I'm writing manually test cases. So here command what assert what type target. So target is title and value paste. Okay, this also you can do that DevOps. Okay, or if you are running the test cases, you can target also. So let me try first this one. So let me close this. Let me save this. And let me run this. So it open up. Should open up devopsschool.com. Just wait for it. It's taking time. I'll just close this if it is taking time. Again, stop all test executions. And here I'll clear this, open up. Huh. Why this? Let me check website is accessible or not. Guys, are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking why it's not working suddenly. Let me stop this.
Yes. Yes.
I close all this thing. Okay, I close this. Again, I'm starting. The recording is correct, but okay, let me close the browser and let me open up. No problem. So here, go open up an existing project, and I stored in the download section. Now let me try. What is happening? So basically here, whatever left side, whatever it says okay, 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 right side is not visible. Now why is not visible? Okay, no problem. I will just stop it. Delete all this stuff extra. Delete. Okay. No test cases here right now. So, so let's add test cases. One. I'm adding once again because there was no problem, but I'm recording few again from scratch. I will use devopsschool.com only. Okay. Just a second, guys. Okay, I'm recording one more time here. Wait a second. Okay, now here I will check the here and courses. Oh, I clicked on the bestdevops.com. It's okay. Let it be. Now recording is successful. I'll stop it. Okay. Now I'll just check first. Let me close all this URL and let me check if this is working or not. Close, run. See here is happening. There's some problem with my browser. Let me do one thing. I am closing my browser, reopening up. Maybe the browser problem. I think browser got crashed or something. So no problem. I'm opening one browser. Now I'll go and enable my extension. It was enabled only, but I think it got disabled. Let's not use password right now. So here, add-ons. Guys, I had installed this ID in the Firefox, right? Everyone?
Yeah.
Suddenly it got disappeared. I'm surprised actually. Maybe the browser got crashed because of this. So I have to do one more time. Okay, I'll close this. I'll reopen one more time. Yeah, now it's okay. It's visible. Now I'll open up the project which is already existing rather than creating from again. So I think it was in the download section. This is the project. Click open. Okay, here it is. So this is the project. And here it is. So assertion was getting failed. I'll delete this for time being. And let me try this one. So I'm saving this project. Same name. Yes. And running. And why it's happening like this? Okay, let me delete all this thing as scratch. I'll not spend more time. I'll just quickly show you a new test cases. This is the new test cases one. Okay, add it. Now start the recording. DevOpsSchool.com. It's hit. Okay. Now that's should be okay. Now done. Now here I am going to add Selenium ID. Assert what you want. Text what you want. Welcome to DevOps School. Came and then stop it. Okay, guys, done. So now I'm going to run. So that's all I had to do and run this. Now DevOpsSchool.com. Welcome to DevOps School. Assert which is happening. Look at the bottom section of the log. Done. Okay. So now guys here you see that I clear this one more time. I'll run DevOpsSchool.com and it look for the welcome to DevOps School test. And you see, look at it very carefully. Here, downside. One test successfully. So like that, you will create multiple test using ID and get going. Did you understand now? All of you?
Yes.
Okay, one more thing. Let me try quickly if I could do that quickly because I'm not satisfied with the demo. So my browser crashed last time. Do you remember that? Here it is, guys. Look at this. This is another test. OK, this is the login button. I'm trying. Anyone remember that? What was the login ID and password? Admin123. I think so. So guys, I'm trying to test the login. OK, So this is the URL, login URL, and ADMIN 123. Okay, so this is the test. I'll do that in front of you. So first time I'll do that right password. Second time I'll do the wrong password. Okay, guys, are you understanding me?
Yes.
WordPress. Click OK. So guys, I'm starting this here. So first of all, this is the URL. Start the recording. I'll move this right to, oh, sorry. This is a different project you have to do. I'll delete this for time being. And here, so here guys, I'm doing this test. So now start the recording. Right side, you move it. You see here, look at my screen, ADMIN 123 and click login. Okay, it's recording. Now here, will I get welcome to DevOps School assert? So here, this one, select assert text. Welcome to DevOps School. Stop it. Okay, guys, this is my login test. Can I validate now? So look at very carefully. Done. Something has happened. Something has happened. Set window. I'll delete this. It's not required. Okay, close. Delete. There's a pop-up, right? Different browser pop-up is coming. That was a problem. Okay, I am starting the test. See here. Look at my screen. Password. And see, is asserting now. Going to the here and asserting. See, assert got successful. Did you see that, guys?
Yes, yes.
Now what I will do, I will change the values. Okay, I will see I'm changing the values. Password is 123, but I'll keep it 1234. And then that way assert will not get welcome to DevOps School. Welcome to WordPress. You will not get it. So guys, I'm right now change that password. Failed login password. Okay, run. Look at it very carefully. What happened? So trying to that page has to be loaded. Why didn't get loaded? Some time is crashing actually. Okay, let me stop this and close this. Close remaining window and one more time. Okay, so done. Again, it's crashing actually. Why is crashing? I'm really not sure about this. Wait a second. So let me save this and I'll open up again. Why it's happening? I need to troubleshoot later. Let me try one more time. Stop. Okay. Open, close. I'm just running this. Okay. One more time. It's see guys, look at my screen. Password and password failed. Assertion should fail now. See here. Assertions, they are trying to find out the welcome to www. You see that they could not get the assertion. They are still trying, by the way, and just it should be failing. The browser testing is little bit slow only all the time, so nothing can be done. Done. So now guys, here this test got failed. That means either the password is wrong or someone is trying the wrong password. Are you getting my points? Correct.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.